Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where I talk about candles for fun. Today we are talking about some 3-wicks that were released from Yankee Candle for holiday 2024, and I wanted to make a video about these specifically because of their packaging. The title of this video was a little bit of a joke. These aren't actually affiliated with Austin Powers. They're not a reference, they're not a collab. I just thought that the packaging kind of gave that same vibe. The marketing kind of reminds me of the aesthetic of like the 60s, 70s kind of groovy vibe, and it reminds me of the Austin Powers movies. So yeah, I just wanted to dive into why Yankee Candle might be using that kind of marketing. It's definitely a choice, and go over like the scents, what I think about them, things like that. So yeah, stick around. So they came out with 3 fragrances in this weird packaging. 2 of them are returning favorites and 1 is brand new as far as I'm aware. So we'll talk about the 2 returning fragrances first, and I really like both of these, so yay! First is Magical Frosted Forest, and the wax color is this nice kind of deep pine green, and the packaging is kind of this zigzag pattern, white background, green. I think they're supposed to be Christmas trees, but yeah. Oh, and the lid is gold, of course, which only reinforces my theory about the Austin Powers reference.
I love gold!
So for Magical Frosted Forest, I have this fragrance in a 2-wick from last year, and I'm still burning through it just because I had so many Christmas scents, so I didn't really finish any of them because I am a mood burner. I like change what scent I'm burning every single day. So yeah, but I really enjoy Magical Frosted Forest. I definitely like it better in the soy paraffin blend, which is what this is, rather than the pure paraffin in the classic jar. Some scents I like better in pure paraffin and some I like better in the blend. Magical Frosted Forest just happens to be one of those scents.
And also by coincidence, Josh just happens to be here.
Around this time of year, there are a million pine-scented candles to choose from, so it has to be unique in order to get me to care about it. It has to stand out, and I think Magical Frosted Forest definitely does that. At first, when I got it last year, I thought that it had peppermint in it, but it's actually eucalyptus that I smell, and it also has a few fruit notes to it too, which is really surprising to me. You don't see that very often. So the scent notes for Magical Frosted Forest are top notes, icy eucalyptus, frozen strawberry leaf, and raspberry ice. Middle notes are pine needles, balsam fir, and crushed pineapple. Very interesting. And base notes are white cedar, tonka bean, and golden amber. So yeah, this fragrance is very unique for the holiday season, and it's also really, really good. I enjoy Magical Frosted Forest a lot. I would say it's probably my second favorite pine fragrance from Yankee. But yeah, I plan on burning it every year that they offer it. So even though I haven't started on this one yet, when I finish up my 2-wick, I am going to burn this for sure. Yeah, I definitely think the soy paraffin blend is a little bit better, just because the pure paraffin doesn't hit the same level to me as far as like the icy notes. So if you don't really care for that kind of thing and you want more of the heavy balsam pine, then I would probably go for the pure paraffin, but I like the high notes, so yeah, it's the mix for me. And for the packaging, I want to delve a little deeper into what is going on here. So it is a wraparound, and it has this kind of like where the label is with the brand name and the scent. It's sort of an asymmetrical box. It kind of looks like a cartoon television, like from maybe like Dexter's Lab or Powerpuff Girls. Or something. I don't know. It just kind of gives that vibe. And I think these are supposed to be Christmas trees because there are like little stars on them, almost like ornaments, and then at the top. So this one is different from the other two packages because I can kind of see what they're going for. It's just executed a little bit strangely with this very retro carpet kind of feel to it. Because if you look at this from a distance, it just kind of looks like a zigzag pattern. And then when you look closer and you see the stars, you're kind of like, okay, maybe they're Christmas trees. But then it also kind of just looks like, I don't know, the Jetsons, maybe. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining it very well, but on the bright side, I can at least see what they were going for with this design, which is more than I can say for the other two candles in this trio. So, the fragrance in this trio is Snow Globe Wonderland. So this is another one of my favorite holiday scents from Yankee. It just smells really fresh and magical and like a bright, freshly snow day. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from it. And the scent kind of makes me feel like I'm in one of those Rankin Bass Christmas specials, and my world is beginning today. Everything is just happy and nice and magical. Anyway, I get really nostalgic around this time of year. So Snow Globe Wonderland is a bit more floral than you would expect from a holiday candle, but I think that really strengthens the vibe that they're going for. It keeps it very light and fresh. So yeah, I like that delicate snowy vibe. The scent notes for Snow Globe Wonderland are top notes of icy mint, star anise, sage, and holly berry. Middle notes are nutmeg, eucalyptus, and lavender. And base notes are cedarwood, praline, and snow moss. I just want to say I cannot believe this scent has star anise in it. You all know I don't really care for star anise. I mentioned that in my last video talking about Yankee Candle's holiday collection. But I don't really smell it in here, which is crazy because in that video I said oh, star anise overpowers everything, but I don't really get it from this at all. It's mostly the floral notes and the icy mint and a bit of that snow moss and the holly berry. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit of the nutmeg, but I don't get the star anise at all, which to me is a plus because I really hate star anise. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I really like this blend a lot. I think they did a good job. This candle smells the way snow tastes, if that makes sense. So now let's get on to the packaging. So this packaging reminds me of like those room dividers, the hexagon ones that you see in like rich people's houses. You know what I mean? Or like a Y2K music video. Like the one where they're in that silver room with all the bubble walls. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I won't elaborate. I just told you.
But it is very 70s, but with a late 90s, early 2000s kind of spin on it, which I was definitely into when I was a kid. My room was definitely that aesthetic. I had a beanbag chair and a lava lamp and those groovy flower bed sheets as a kid, so I kind of like this design better than the one for Magical Frosted Forest. Even if it still doesn't make sense, it is more visually appealing to me. And at least they put little snowflakes in there so it can still give the vibe of the snowy kind of scent. But this does just kind of remind me of Totally Spies, which I'm not mad about. But I mean, there's a reason my name is Clover. But yeah, the background is white. It has these blue outlines that are kind of like oval shaped and has blue and kind of a fuchsia colored snowflakes. So I'm not sure what this shape has to do with snow globes. I would rather have had them use the snowflake shape in a way that would still fit with the vibe that they're going for, rather than this kind of bubble look, but I don't know. It just seems really random, but maybe somebody on the marketing team knew what they were doing. Anyway, scent is Cookies by the Fire. And this is the one that I believe is brand new for this year. So let's talk about it. As you all know, I normally don't go for gourmand scents. But since this is a brand new scent, I wanted to give it a shot. And it smells pretty good. Pretty good. It's kind of similar to Yankee's Christmas cookie scent, but with a hint of smoke and a lot of marshmallow. Like, it's mostly marshmallow. But the scent notes are really interesting, so let's go over them. The top notes are burnt sugar, butterscotch, nutmeg, and toasted marshmallow. Middle notes are festive spruce, cinnamon sticks, pine branches, and cypress. And base notes are bay leaf, cozy cedar, sparkling clove, and balsam fir. So very, very unique scent notes, especially for a gourmand scent. The introduction of the green notes is very unique. I never would have guessed that a scent called Cookies by the Fire that smelled the way this does had spruce and pine and cypress and bay leaf in it. So that's really cool. I like that. I think maybe that's why this candle is a bit more tolerable to me than most gourmand candles. So way to go. That marshmallow note I mentioned, you get a lot of that, but you also get a hint of that butterscotch, which I really appreciate because you don't really see that very often in candles. So yeah. Unfortunately, because of the cinnamon note, I won't be able to burn this for review. So I'm going to give it away to a family member for Christmas. I can still smell it on cold and not really have too much of a problem, as long as I'm not like sniffing it a lot. But I do have a cinnamon allergy, so this will not get burned. Unfortunate. The packaging, just like the other two, is a white background. It has those same kind of star shapes that were on Magical Frosted Forest, and then it also has these very bubblegum pink circles that are sort of like scalloped almost. So very interesting. And then there's a couple circles that are made to look like cookies, I guess. But they also kind of look like those little round peppermint candies. You know the ones I'm talking about. Yeah. I think that this one makes me think of Totally Spies even.
I just like hope she's okay. Clover, shut the fuck up.
Than the blue one. Yeah. Maybe it's because it's pink, but that's the vibe I'm getting, which I don't know. Does this really say cookies by the fire to me? Maybe.
Maybe.
I could think if you're frosting your cookies with pink frosting, I guess. I don't know. But it is very girly pop, which I appreciate. So I think it's cute. Definitely more than the other two. So I think it's complicated because I like the packaging, but it doesn't really read holiday to me. Like, Magical Frosted Forest is the least cute of these three, but I could see it being holiday. You know what I mean? Whereas the Snow Globe Wonderland one, it doesn't really look like holiday at all. It's got some snowflakes, but that's about it. Like, there's nothing else really holiday about it. And this one, kind of same thing for me. Like, I can see, you know, a little bit of the cookies here and there, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. This whole collection is just weird. It's a very weird concept. And I want to go into my final thoughts and sort of dissect why they decided to go with this concept. So I think the marketing for this, it sticks out like a sore thumb compared to all of the other 3 wicks that they released this year, which all sort of have like a wrapping paper kind of look to them, where it looks like, you know, the paper texture with a little bit of like minimalist designs here and there, like a pine branch or something, or like, did the red apple wreath one actually have apples on it? I know it had something red on there, maybe berries, but regardless, they were all sort of cohesive, and these ones are like, pow, in your face. Which on the one hand I'm glad about, because minimalism is getting really old. It's been going on for years and it just kind of looks lazy sometimes. Whereas this, I can tell more effort was put into it, but did the effort really pay off is the question. I don't know. I have very complicated feelings about this. And I also have a theory. So my guess is that they heard that their main competitor, Bath and Body Works, was doing a 3-wick collection that had a sort of like retro wallpapery kind of look to it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go on their website and look up frosted cranberry, peppermint bark, cinnamon caramel swirl, or mahogany balsam. They all look like retro wallpaper with the lines going down and the little designs, right? So I think they wanted to do a similar concept with sort of a retro kind of wallpaper or carpet kind of feel, because they all look like they could be decorating a home, but I don't think it was executed as well because I don't get holiday vibes from these designs like I do with the Bath and Body Works 3 wicks. And I don't know. I think they're cute if you're having a retro themed party, or if you're having an Austin Powers movie marathon night or something like that. But other than that, just buy them for the scents, I guess. Cookies by the Fire is available exclusively in this 3-wick. So if you want this scent, just get it. I mean, it's good. I wish I could burn it because I love the smell of it, and I don't say that about gourmands very often. It's just a shame that I can't because of my allergies. So, and like I said, I love, love, love Magical Frosted Forest and Snow Globe Wonderland. I will burn them forever, forevermore. I just love them. They're like 2 of my favorite holiday scents from Yankee. So, you know, if you like the scents, get them. Just get like an accessory to cover the marketing if you don't really like that 60s, 70s vibe.
And that's how you like to live your life, is it?
So, anyway, this has been a very chaotic video, which I guess is fitting because Austin Powers is a very chaotic character. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!